It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Good gain of 9 here up to the 34. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They go play action with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 66 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a play fake. Wentz. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Throwing is Wentz.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by DJ Reed. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So problem. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 2, Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Gets past one man, and he'll be stopped right at midfield.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the gun, it's Wentz. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. There's Wilson to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Brooks picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2nd quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
14.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Looking deep for Hilton. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Indy. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Hines. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 22. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Six yards left on second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On second down now. It's Hines, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Okay, CD, second quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right?
I think that they are, because down at this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you've got to get some points here. Hey, you're riding it big time. Go get it done.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second down and goal. Wentz. And he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Colts are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now Wilson on first down. That's complete. Hits Carson out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now this time, Wentz will throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by Trey Brown. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
2nd down and 7.
Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the safety creep.
Again, it's Taylor. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Wentz gonna throw. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They run with Hines.
They're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Wentz now on 1st down. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. From the red zone now, Wentz. On Wentz is intercepted yet. The ball comes out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
To throw is Wilson.
He'll find Eskridge here complete.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Carson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Carson again, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he'll get this one up to the 26. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
With forcing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. Now Wentz got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And the Seahawks are going to take over
At their own 41.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson. Being chased out left.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike, 53. 53.
Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Check. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Wilson wants to throw it. Flushed out right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for the
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guy.
The ball is free. Taylor lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Here's Wentz to throw. They'll get that one to Taylor, complete. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Wentz. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Wentz now to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1.
Check.
They'll try and run. Taylor, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Wentz going to look to throw. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
On first down, Carson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.